What's happening, boys? Episode 15 of the Fulham Career. We're back. It's been a week. I'm not gone forever. Been busy. Had stuff to do. But we're back. Recording Season 2, Episode 2. Getting in to the action. City ground against Forest. Big Ange still in charge in the game. In real life, he's gone. Can we give him the same fate as in real life? The squad we built, we've made a lot of new signings in the previous episode. A couple of them are starting here today, but we did kick off the season with a 0-0 draw against Arsenal, the current holders. So a pretty good result, all things considered. If we can kick on here against Forest, get 3 points, kick our season off in the right way, we could well be in for the European football that we do crave oh so much. But a little bit of early dominance from Forest. They're kind of pinning us back. It's kind of similar to what happened in the FA Cup semi-final last year. They came out the gates real quick and we just could not deal with it. Elliot Anderson from range, a great save. Poor clearance from Lewis, but we do eventually get back our possession. But you can see they're just coming at us. Non-stop barrage of attacks coming the way of Nottingham Forest, not of us. But we make it to half-time. Level. That's what that matters. Semenyo is yet to enter the pitch. Adama's the man on that right hand side. You know, we signed him in the previous episode. He's our big signing for this season. Antoine Semenyo from Bournemouth. It was a big chunk of change, but as soon as we release him, you've got to believe he is our man. And then you can see 76 minutes into the game, he comes onto the pitch, as does Philogene on the left hand side. But what we want to do, we want to get the ball right to our main man and see what he can do for us. Lovely little 1-2. He's through on goal. He's at a tight angle, but that does not matter to this guy. One shot, one goal, being on the pitch, a matter of seconds. Puts it in the back of the net. And in a game where we've been smashed, basically, not deserving at all of 3 points, we could just nick them as we go. A great save from Leno keeps us in this one in the final few minutes, but they are going to get a corner, so no celebrating too early because it's whipped in and Ola Aina heads it. It's a nice header, it's a bullet header past the keeper, past the defenders. And we are going to start the season off with what seems like it might be back-to-back draws. Not the worst results, but obviously you want to win. You want to get that win. But we are going to have a chance of our own here. Omega Man, denied by Bonu. Final chance of the game. We were that close to putting it back in the back of that net. But a feisty final 10 minutes does define that game 1-1. But let's bounce straight in to the third game of the season. It's against West Ham. Team, we could smash West Ham. Surely. Look at some of the boys we've got up that. The front three now starting. Semenyo, Omega, Kluivert. That's a top front three. And we're going to look to prove that here against West Ham. But again, a little bit of early offence going the way of West Ham. Thankfully, intercepted from our man Loftus-Cheek. And Lewis, look at the space he's got. And just a perfect ball to Omega. Finds Semenyo up against Mavropanos. What's he going to do? Just going to bully him. Shove him off. Put it across. Nice little touch. Smith Rowe's got his man. Lays it off just in Kluivert. Bang. 1-0. First goal of the season for our new man. And he gets off the mark quite nicely. A lovely finish into the top corner. Nice from Smith Rowe as well. Not selfish. Just lays it off to him. And we're up. Let's hold on to this. Let's add to this. Let's smash West Ham. Let's get our first win of this season. Loftus-Cheek from deep. Smith Rowe just up to Omega. Just like that. We're in the attack. Got a chance here. Little 1-2 between the two Dutchies. Not quite. He's going to go back to Smith Rowe. Repay him for the assist. Didn't quite work out. Maybe should have done the 1-2 with Omega. But we're going to go again from the corner. It's a good corner, but we've got a nice tall team this season. Even someone like Semenyo, he's not small. He can win a header for us, which is good. Another great chance from Smith Rowe. But yeah, should be hopefully scoring a couple more set piece goals this season. Loftus-Cheek, Semenyo, Obviously Omega, Bassi and Anderson, they're still not, they're still here. So yeah, hopefully we can kind of take advantage of that a little bit more, as finally I was getting a bit worried, 3 games into the season and he's only got his first goal just then. But you remember last year, he was a bit of a slow starter. He struggled to kind of get that solid first team place ahead of Jimenez and Muniz. But when he scored 1, they just didn't stop coming. Bang, 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 all the way. So if he can follow up with another decent season here, this will be really, really good. But we are 2-0 up against West Ham. I want more. I always want more. Kluivert's moved into the attacking midfield position. We've brought on Philogene. And I think that's just a nice little ball through to the man. And he scores. Puts it in the back of the net. And now we've got a question. Smith Rowe at the cam? Or Kluivert with Philogene out wide? What do we do? Just going to have to play it by ear. See how each player plays this season. But 3-0 up here against West Ham. Really good performance. Really, really, really good performance. And we can see there's a couple of rotator players on, getting some minutes in the Premier League, which is good for the development. Omega holds off his man brilliantly, knocks it through to Semenyo, and very similar to the game against Forest from a tight angle, he puts it in the back of the net. That's 2 goals in 2 appearances for our star man this season. And this is a nice performance. All things considered, a really, really good performance from every player on the pitch. As Mason Mount getting some minutes in the final few minutes of this game. Yeah, I mean that does make sense, but it just sounds a bit weird. But Mace plays it to Philogene. What's he going to do? He's going to mug off Walker Peters, but he hits the post. Not the best of clearances. Straight back to Philogene, and he hits it straight at the keeper. But again, not the best of clearances. We pounce right on it. Mace plays it through on his left foot. It don't matter. Side netting. 5-0. 2 goals off the bench for Jaden Philogene. And that's 3 points. That's the first 3 points this season in a very, very nice performance. But it's putting questions out there. Should this man start? Should Kluivert start on the attacking midfield? It's putting some very, very big questions out there. Deadline day came and went. No one signed. No one left. We move on. Final game of the episode. Manchester United at Old Trafford. And you're going to see the decision was made. We've rewarded. I think it's fair to say we've rewarded Philogene with a start out on that left hand side. Smith Rowe in it can though. Kluivert has been dropped. Crazy, but early in this game, Berger plays it into the man in form. What's he going to do? Just a bit of trickery. Finds Takunda. He's got a man in the middle. In Smith Rowe. Great header. Great save from Lamans. Denies us the chance to go 1-0 up instantly from kickoff. A bit of a poor throw there. Allows Sesko to have a bit of an opportunity here. Draws out his man. They find now pockets of space because we've been drawn out. Kobe Mainoo, our former player, don't come back to bite us. I dare you to. I absolutely dare you to. But Omega Man plays it through. Look at the space. Green grass to just run into. I mean, the finish is insane, but the tackle from Livramento there on Jaden, that's criminal. Go back. Give me the card, because that is criminal. But Omega Man, like I said, once he gets one, he just don't stop scoring. 1-0 at Old Trafford. Much, much better than our previous performances here. Got absolutely battered last time we came here. But we're not done. The counter-attacking. Look at the space that they are allowing us. It's just so crazy. As the big man Omega's up against little tiny Martinez. Plays it across, and the form that Semenyo's in, the angles he's scoring from, you wouldn't put it past him to put that one into the back of the net. As we move into the second half, still 1-0 to the good. It's Mainoo up against his replacement, Loftus-Cheek. I would love to get Kobe Mainoo back. If we get a bit more money next season, I'm definitely going to have a look, have a chance, have a dig, see if we can get him. Because he is going to pop one just wide of the post. But he heard my message. And he fancies it now. He wants to comply with some mystery. Obviously, he's from the academy. He's from the United Academy. He's not going to hold it back against us. Great save from Leno. Great clearance from Takunda as well. Just get it out. Don't even let him have another opportunity. But they're knocking on the door. They are most definitely asking us questions now. How well can you defend? You didn't really sign many defensive... Actually, no, we didn't send any defensive backup. We actually recruited from the academy, recruited from within. And, well, that is going to come back to bite us in the ass. As is that man. Kobe Mainu. 1-1. They asked the questions of our defence. And our defence answered with letting them score a goal. Not the best. Could be on for another draw here, boys, but Rico Lewis, former City, he's got something to say about this. Knocks it through. Semenyo, people to aim for. Ferguson hits the post. Could have been his opportunity, his name up in lights to revitalise his career in the Premier League. Lovely whip from Mace, didn't quite work out. And as the clock ticks down, the referee is going to blow his whistle. It's going to be another draw. So we start this season 6 points, 1 win, 3 draws. It's not the best, but not the worst by any means. We haven't lost yet, so that's all that matters. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one though. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.